I am continuing in my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am continuing reading in a chronological order, according to event, not according to publication or volume, so I'm skipping around a bit as I move along. We are continuing in Helaman. We are currently in the story of Nephi preaching in his garden tower, declaring the death or the murder of the current chief judge, calling the people to repentance, prophesying their destruction, and the people are divided. Some of them defend him, acknowledge him as a prophet. The corrupt judges try to incite the people into attacking him, arresting him, whatever. I will say that that whole dynamic sounds a whole lot like what we've been seeing in recent years with certain members of government egging on rioters such as Antifa to, let their voices be heard. Sounds an awful lot like these corrupt judges trying to rile up the Nephites against Nephi. Anyways, he has now revealed the murder of the chief judge, so we pick this up in chapter 9. Now this chapter is a little bit long, so I'm going to read the first 17 verses in this video, and we'll read the rest in the next. Messengers find the chief judge dead at the judgment seat. They are imprisoned and later released. By inspiration, Nephi identifies Seantum as the murderer. Nephi is accepted by some as a prophet. And now it came to pass that when Nephi had spoken these words, certain men who were among them ran to the judgment seat. Yea, even there were 5 who went, and they said among themselves as they went, Behold, now we will know of a surety whether this man be a prophet, and God hath commanded him to prophesy such marvelous things unto us. Behold, we do not believe that he hath, yea, we do not believe that he is a prophet. Nevertheless, if this thing which he hath said concerning the chief judge be true, that he be dead, then will we believe that the other words which he hath spoken are true. And it came to pass that they ran in their might, and came in unto the judgment seat, and behold, the chief judge had fallen to the earth, and did lie in his blood. And now behold, when they saw this, they were astonished exceedingly, insomuch that they fell to the earth. For they had not believed the words which Nephi had spoken concerning the chief judge. But now when they saw, they believed, and fear came upon them, lest all the judgments which Nephi had spoken should come upon the people. Therefore they did quake, and had fallen to the earth. Now immediately when the judge had been murdered, he being stabbed by his brother by a garb of secrecy, and he fled, and the servants ran and told the people, raising this cry of murder among them. And behold, the people did gather themselves together unto the place of the judgment seat. And behold, to their astonishment they saw those 5 men who had fallen to the earth. And now behold, the people knew nothing concerning the multitude who had gathered together at the garden of Nephi. Therefore they said among themselves, These men are they who have murdered the judge, and God has smitten them that they could not flee from us. And it came to pass that they laid hold on them, and bound them, and cast them into prison. And there was a proclamation sent abroad that the judge was slain, and that the murderers had been taken and were cast into prison. And it came to pass that on the morrow the people did assemble themselves together to mourn and to fast at the burial of the great chief judge who had been slain. And thus also those judges who were at the garden of Nephi and heard his words were also gathered together at the burial. And it came to pass that they inquired among the people, saying, Where are the 5 who were sent to inquire concerning the chief judge whether he was dead? And they answered and said, Concerning this 5 whom ye say ye have sent, we know not. But there are 5 who are the murderers, whom we have cast into prison. And it came to pass that the judges desired that they should be brought. And they were brought, and behold, they were the 5 who were sent. And behold, the judges inquired of them to know concerning the matter. And they told them all that they had done, saying, We ran and came to the place of the judgment seat. And when we saw all things, even as Nephi had testified, we were astonished, insomuch that we fell to the earth. And when we were recovered from our astonishment, behold, they cast us into prison. Now as for the murder of this man, we know not who has done it, and only this much we know. We ran and came, according as ye desired, and behold, he was dead, according to the words of Nephi. And now it came to pass that the judges did expound the matter unto the people, and did cry out against Nephi, saying, Behold, we know that this Nephi must have agreed with someone to slay the judge, and then he might declare it unto us, that he might convert us unto his faith, that he might raise himself to be a great man, chosen of God, and a prophet. And now, behold, we will detect this man, and he shall confess his fault, and make known unto us the true murderer of this judge. We're going to leave it there. I like these 5. I like this whole setup. Nephi reveals the death of the judge. And so the other judges, they choose 5 men and they say, look, you run, you guys are fast, you get there, you find out what's going on, bring us word back. We're going to stay here, disperse the crowd, see what's going on, kind of deal with this situation while you go find out what's going on. While they are going, that's when the chief judge is killed. The chief judge is killed. Nephi didn't just reveal that the chief judge was going to be killed. He revealed that the chief judge was at that moment being killed. The murder was taking place while Nephi was declaring it. And we know this because when the 5 get there, they find the judge dead. But we are told that before they get there, the servants of the judge, who originally found him dead, they went out and told the rest of the city. And while the servants were out calling the people, and it says raising the cry of murder, that's when these 5 arrive. And so in the time that it takes these 5 to leave Nephi's garden and get to the judgment seat, the murder has happened. The servants of the judge have gone out and raised the cry. The 5 get there. They didn't believe, but they were willing to believe when they saw the proof. And so when they get there, they're terrified of everything else that Nephi said, and they collapse in their fear. And then all the rest of the people come together, because the servants had already called them. Before these guys ever got there, the servants had already called the people together. They find them, they accuse them of the murder. The next day, they hold a big state funeral for the judge. And all the judges that were out at Nephi's garden are in attendance. And they start asking, wait a minute, we sent some men to inquire about this affair, and they haven't come back. And I go, we don't know who you sent, but we got these 5 guys in prison. But when they learn that when the 5 guys tell them what they found, their reasoning is Nephi has to be in league with the murderer. He can't actually be a prophet. We can't accept that he is a prophet. He has to be in league with the murderer. And it's all a setup. It's all a fraud to convince us that he's a prophet. We're going to leave it there, and we will read the rest of this chapter in the next video. So I will see you there.